U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson has met Turkey's leaders during his first visit in his new role. But despite the smiles and warm messages, the meetings were held under the shadow of pending issues from former President Barack Obama's term and continuing today. The biggest challenge is the United States' support for the Syrian Kurdish fighters, many of whom belong to the group known as the YPG.
YPG ile PKK'nın bir farkının olmadığını kabul ediyorlar.
The US military accepts that there is no distinction between the PKK, which is a terrorist organization, and the YPG. However, the previous administration failed to acknowledge that. This is an unfortunate situation for us. It affects the relationship between our countries and has also affected the way Turkish people view the US as an ally. We have repeatedly expressed that it's a mistake to consider cooperation with a terrorist organization in the guise of the YPG, and in the long term that would be a mistake in Syria.
Syrian Kurdish fighters are closing in on the city of El Raqqa, ISIL's so-called capital. The operation has strained relations between the United States and Turkey.
What we discussed today were options that are available to us. They are difficult options. Let me be very frank. These are not easy decisions. They're difficult choices that have to be made. But ultimately, Turkey and the United States will stay together in the fight as part of the broader coalition to defeat Daesh.
The U.S. has partnered with Syrian Kurdish fighters on the ground in its campaign against ISIL. Earlier this month, under the new administration in the U.S., hundreds more Marines were deployed here in the northern city of Manbij. Despite calls by the Turkish president for the United States to cooperate with what he calls legitimate actors on the ground and Minister Çavuşoğlu's statement, the U.S. doesn't seem to be willing to give up on the YPG, even if it agrees with Turkey's assessment that it's a terrorist organization. Sinem, Koseoglu, Al Jazeera, Ankara.